My mother has fed a cat on her back step every day for 9 years, and it is not hers. She calls it by my grandmother's name. I'd stopped noticing it, the way you stop seeing anything you grow up beside. The chip saucer, the tin behind the flower. My mother at the screen door every evening at 6 p.m. clicking her tongue. Adela, she'd call, soft. Adela, supper. Adela was my grandmother. My grandmother had been dead 9 years. I was home a week, sleeping in my old room, and on the third night I finally said it. Mom, why do you call the cat that? She didn't look up from the sink, because that's her name. It's Nana's name. I know whose name it is. The cat was a gray tabby with a torn left ear and one eye that never fully opened. It never came inside. It ate, then sat with its back to the house, facing the alley, facing the yellow house behind ours, my Uncle Marcus's house. It had been my grandmother's. How long has it been coming? I asked. Since she passed. Mom, cats don't live. I know how long a cat lives. She dried her hands. It's the same cat. Nana died in her sleep. That was the story. Heart, they said. Marcus found her. Marcus got the house. Marcus got the insurance, and I was 11 and nobody explained anything to 11-year-olds. The next evening, Marcus's screen door banged and the cat went flat to the step, years back before he'd even stepped out. Still feeding that thing? He called across the fence. 9 years, Diane. It's a stray. It's filthy. She's not going anywhere, my mother said. One of these days I'll deal with it myself. You already tried. He went inside. My mother's hands were shaking on the saucer. I found the box the next afternoon in her closet under the winter coats. Nana's old phone. A folded vet invoice dated the day after the funeral, laceration to left ear, blunt trauma sutured, and under that, a printout of an email from a lawyer to my grandmother, 3 weeks before she died, confirming your appointment to revise your will. My mother came in behind me. She didn't yell. She sat on the bed. Play the voicemail, she said. It's the last one. I never deleted it. I did. Nana's voice, thin and fast. Diane, he's here. He's got the papers. He won't let me. A crash. A man's voice, low. Then the line went dead. The timestamp read 11:52 p.m. The night she died in her sleep. He was drowning in debt, my mother said. She found out. She was cutting him out of everything. He went over there that night to talk her out of it, and when she wouldn't, she stopped. By the time I got there, she was in her bed, tucked in, peaceful. He said he'd just found her, and her cat was under the porch with its ear split open where he'd kicked it off the bed. It ran. Next morning, it was on my step. It's been on my step every morning since. Why didn't you go to the police? With what? A voicemail with no picture, a doctor who signed natural causes, and my brother's word against a scared woman's? Her voice cracked. So I kept the phone, and I kept her fed, because she was the only other thing alive in that room, and I was not going to let the last witness starve in an alley waiting for someone to finally believe me. I took the phone to a detective named Reyes on Monday. He listened to 11 seconds of it and pulled the case that afternoon. We did it on a Thursday. Reyes waited in the pantry. I stood in my mother's kitchen and called Marcus over, told him we'd found Nana's phone clearing out the closet, and did he want it before we tossed it. He came. He turned it over in his hand, and I watched him recognize it. There's nothing on here, he said. There's a voicemail. I said. 11:52. That cat, he said quietly, should have died that night. She scratched me and he caught himself. Too late. She was already going. I just moved it along a little. Moved what along? Her heart. The pillow. It was minutes. That's all it was. It was mercy. His eyes came up and found the phone in my hand. The little red dot on the screen still recording. Then Reyes stepped out of the pantry with the cuffs already open. Marcus looked at the phone, and at my mother, and finally out the window at the gray cat on the step, sitting exactly where it had sat every evening for 9 years, ears forward watching him. And I saw him understand all of it at once. Why she'd never let it go hungry. Why she'd called it by the dead woman's name. She hadn't been mourning her mother on that back step. She'd been keeping the witness alive until it could testify.